Okay, so here you have another awkward rebid situation. You've opened a club, partner's bid a spade, and now you have to find a rebid. So let's agree that there's no alternative to either two clubs or two spades. For some reason, a lot of people like to bid two clubs here rather than raise spades. Here's some of the things that they have to say about the topic.
Come on now, think, McFly. If you raise spades with only three, and I only got four of them, I'll be playing a 4-3 fit. Now, you wouldn't want that, would you, McFly? Would you? No, of course I wouldn't want that, Biff.
I don't understand how you can raise spades with only three, George. You know I might only have four of them. Why, George? Why?
So we're playing, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I had to raise spades with only three again." And I'm like, playing these 4-3 fits is just exhausting. I never ever have more than four spades when I bid them. Ever.
Governor Romney would raise spades on the middle class. I believe that no American should have to live in fear that some corporation will raise spades with only three because they've decided to play them for five spades. Governor Romney wants to turn match points into a voucher system.
So, if you find yourself saying something like this, there's something I want you to think about. It's a pretty basic point that tends to be missed. Partner only promised four spades. This is the reasoning often goes, so therefore I will just rebid two clubs. I'm going to let you in on a little secret here. Come here.
He didn't promise any clubs. He could have no clubs. How is this the safe thing to do? Well, partner might not have five spades. He might only have four. So therefore, let's bid a suit that he may have none of. Or he may have only one.
How many spades has partner promised? How many clubs has he promised? How many known 7-card fits do you have? So, doesn't it make the most sense isn't it the safest thing, if we have to rebid two of a suit, to bid the thing that we know we have a fit in? We know that there's some kind of spade fit. Now, so maybe it seems as though the question comes down to, okay, what's partner more likely to have? Three clubs or five spades once he's bid a spade. But it's a little bit more complex than that. You see, because if he has both, so if he has five spades, you want to raise spades. If he has three clubs, you want to bid clubs. But if he has both, you want to bid two spades. And if he has neither, you want to bid two spades. Right? Because when partner has five spades and three clubs, you want to be in spades. You want to be in the 8-card major suit fit, not the minor. And when there is no 8-card fit, partner has four spades and two clubs, you're still better off in spades. It's going to match point better. It's a 7-card fit either way, but at least be in the one that's worth more. And it may not be automatically true that just because you have an 8-card club fit, you want to play there. I mean, maybe the 4-3 fit will play, have the same tricks either way, and so you'll get a little bit more for playing there. But that seems like a reasonable place to start. So, okay, I'll give you that. We'll say that if you have an 8-card club fit, it will play better, and it's where you want to be, though it doesn't have to be. Okay, so let's look at some numbers.
First of all, we have to disqualify certain hands. Hands in which, for example, partner is very short in diamonds. The reason I say that we need to throw those out is that this uncontested auction that we're having is simply not realistic when the opponents are looking at 10 or 11 diamonds. I mean, someone will be bidding. Okay. So that leaves roughly about 1 billion hands that partner can have where he will have 5 spades on this auction. And in that case, what we want to do is to raise spades. There are about 645 million hands in which partner has 4 spades only, but he doesn't have 3 clubs either. So in that case, there's no 8-card fit, and we still want to raise spades. And there are 715 million hands in which partner has only 4 spades, and he does have a club fit. He has 3 or more clubs. In those cases, we're saying we wish to rebid clubs. So using the law of total probability, we can see that 2 spades will be right about 70% of the time. 70% of the time, it would be right to rebid 2 spades, and 30% of the time, it would be better to bid 2 clubs. Now, in the numbers that I gave you, I didn't include any hands where partner would have more than 5 spades, because if partner has 6 or more spades, he's going to bid them again no matter what we do. So we're pretty much destined to play the hand in spades. So it's not important to consider those cases. It's also true that perhaps partner is intending to bid a game of some kind, or at least try for game, and then we're not necessarily going to play whatever our rebid is. In that case, it won't make much difference because we'll have time to describe the situation. For example, let's say that partner has 4 only spades and a game forcing hand. Then over 2 spades, he can simply bid 3 no trump as a choice of games. And with only 3 spades, we'll have an easy pass. Or maybe he only has an invitational hand and he'll bid 2 no trump. Now, of course, this does require a little bit of cooperation from partner, as he can't go jumping to 4. I mean, what's he going to say when he bids 4 spades and you only have 3? I'm in a 4-3 fit, partner. I'm sorry. I can't believe you do this to me. There were no bids between 2 spades and 4 spades for me to figure this out. Now, I think I've probably won over a good number of you already, and you say, all right, yeah, that's kind of an oddball little hand. No, bidding 2 clubs is a bit unsatisfying, so yeah, all right, I'll give you, you can raise on 3 in that situation. But if there were like a more descriptive rebid, whatever descriptive means, then you should do that. Like, you shouldn't be raising on 3 if you had like a convenient rebid, right? Now, I partially agree with you in the sense that I always believe that if you can rebid 1 no trump, you should. So if I've opened something and you've bid a suit I have 3 of, I'm probably not raising on a balanced hand. Of course, if you have a small doubleton and a side suit, it may be better than wrong siding 1 no trump and having the lead come into that. So that's probably, but it's sort of something of a wash. I think it's pretty close. So, but let's take a look at some other distributions. When you open 1 heart here and partner bids a spade, you have a choice. You could either bid 2 spades or 2 diamonds. I believe that 2 spades is still the correct bid. Now, there's no reason to believe that partner has a heart fit, and if he does, he can always tell you in a minute anyway. Over 2 spades, he could bid 3 hearts natural. It's like limit raise in hearts, only 4 spades. for example. So, anyway, I contend that the correct bid is probably 2 spades and not 2 diamonds. The reason is similar to before. What is partner more likely to have? 5 spades, once he's bid them, or 4 diamonds? And not only that, but when he has both 5 spades and 4 diamonds, you want to be in spades. Or when he has neither, you want to be in spades. Because correcting to hearts is only going to be a 7-card fit anyway.
But this leads me to my next point. Now, some may argue, well, yeah, raising spades might be likely to get you to a better contract sometimes, but you destroy the integrity of the 2-spade bid, because now it might only be 3, and partner, he doesn't know what to do sometimes over that. So you're tarnishing the bid. You're impurifying it. But I can claim that what you lose there, you gain somewhere else. Take this hand that we just had. We have only an 11 count. Now, if I bid 2 diamonds and partner does, as one might expect, correct to 2 hearts, do I bid 2 spades now? The way that I play, if I were to bid in this way, that would show a hand with extra values, like at least 15, let's say. So opening a heart, if you had the same hand like with an extra ace, I would open a heart, and over a spade I'd bid 2 diamonds, and over partner's correction to 2 hearts I would bid 2 spades. That would then show that I have some extra values with only 3 spades. Without playing that, what am I supposed to do over 2 hearts? Pass and not show the spade fit, even though we have at least 7 spades. We may have more, and I know we only have 7 hearts. Or am I supposed to bid 2 spades anyway? And so when I have a good hand, what am I supposed to do? Jump to 3 spades? See the problem? Or let's say that partner over 2 diamonds bids 2 no trump, invitational. See, he might have 5 spades for this call, and I'm supposed to show the spade suit on the way if I'm going. I mean, obviously I'm not going. I have a dead-ass minimum. So we can't stop in spades. We have to sit there and play 2 no trump. And if partner has 5 spades, I'd say there's a really good chance that spades was a better contract. So you see the problem here. Yes, the direct spade raise, pretty much always being 4, may increase the integrity of some bids, but what you gain there, you'll lose other places. Anyway, so this is Right Side Clyde, and I'll see you guys next time.
There are 47% of Americans who do not know how to play Moisian Fits, who believe that they are entitled to 4 spades, and it's the government's job to give them to them. And they're going to vote for this president no matter what. So my job is not to play with those people, because I will never convince them that they should take personal responsibility for their Trump suit.